All right, Brandon here, and today's going to be all about the 3 powerful ways for you to establish a price point. So you might be wondering if you're a coach or a consultant or you're trading, time for money. If you're in the services industry, right, professional services industry, we've got to establish price points. Typically, the price point's going to reflect the amount of hours, the value, the work, the results, but it's also going to reflect the amount of time that you want to invest into your business. Meaning, if you want to be in control of your business, then you've got to be able to set boundaries, have guidelines, and have things in place with your daily routine so where you know that you are in control. So having a price point that can give you the quality of life and attract the customers that you know are going to help you establish that, in exchange, you're giving them the value and the results that are going to match that price point, then what I'm going to share with you is going to blow your mind. The first thing that we want to do is know the time per client you would like to spend. So meaning, for us, we spend an hour with each of our clients each and every week, okay? Some of them we only meet with every other week, but for a majority, for example purposes, let's just go ahead and say that this is exactly what we're doing. It's pretty dang close. So we're meeting with our clients 4 times per month, Monday through Saturday, and this actually just got changed to Friday, but I'm using this as an example. If you want to work those 6 days a week, you're in control here, right? You get to know how often do you want to work. Do you want to work 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 6 days, whatever it is that you want to do. So there's no wrong or right answers. I'm just giving you the formula. You got to be able to know how much time per client. So how many days per month, how many times per month, what days are they going to be, how many days are they going to be. So we have 6 days per week from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's when that's when we're trying to get all of our meetings into, right? We're trying to get them from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., 6 days per week. 1 hour per session, meaning that we're going to do 6 days times 5 hours, right? So we're looking at 30 hours per week. Now imagine if you have it broken down to where you have, say, 2 days where you're just going to do all your meetings, right? These numbers are still going to be the same, except you're going to have 2 days times, say, times 10 hours, or 2 days times, it'd probably be like 15 hours actually, because you'd have 2 8-hour days, so it'd be 15 or 16 hours. Yeah, so you'd have 2 days times, say, 15 hours would equal 30 hours per week. So it doesn't matter how many days you go, it just matters on getting to this number, understanding how many hours per week, right? So 6 days times 5 hours is 30 hours per week. 30 hours per week divided by 2 hours. Now, the reason why I divide it by 2 hours is because I want to give myself a buffer time, right? I don't want to just hop from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting. So if I'm looking to have all my meetings in a day, then I've got to have an hour meeting and then an hour break, and then an hour meeting and then an hour break. So that only allows me to have a certain amount of meetings per week, right? So I can only have 15 client meetings per week if I want to have a 2-hour window for each client, right? Because sometimes I might go over 15 minutes. And if it goes over, you know what I mean? You don't want to put yourself in that pressure situation where you just feel like you got to hurry up and get done with one client so you can get right into the next. It's not going to be good. I've done that and it is stressful. So don't do that to yourself. Give yourself a little bit of a buffer time. Then what we want is understanding that we have now, this is our magic number. This is the first step, okay? Understanding the time that we need to spend with each client and breaking that down to how many clients we're going to be meeting with each week based off of that time. So we know based off of our quality of life that we would, accept or that we're going after, we would have 15 client meetings per week. Let's go on to step number 2. Understanding the expenses, okay? We've got to be able to know what is it that we're putting out each month with or without money coming in, right? If you have money coming in, typically you're going to be spending a little bit more, investing a little bit more, saving a little bit more. But what happens if you don't make that money? You still got to pay your rent. You still got to pay your car. Still got to pay your bills. You still got to take your family out to eat, or you have to get the food, right? So with the expenses in place, write down all of your expenses. This is an example, okay? This is an example. Let's say that your rent or your mortgage or whatever it is, let's say you're going to live big. So again, maybe it's not where you're at right now, because if you're not comfortable with your financial situation, don't put your real numbers down, okay? Put the numbers down that you want to aspire to. So if you're paying, say, $1,500 a month in rent right now, and you're thinking in your head, wow, I'd love to really have a house where, it was $10,000 a month. I'd have this, 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 and this. I'd have the land. I'd have this. Put that number down. Okay, because I can promise you we're going to teach you inside this academy on how to attract those perfect clients. It doesn't matter if you're selling client services for $1,000 a month or $10,000 a month. We're going to help you find where that group of people is who has the money and looking for you as the solution. So let's just go through the numbers real quick. We got rent, we got the staff, like office staff, right? You're paying people, virtual assistants, production, you're paying people to make things for you and do things for you, right? Your staff. Then you have your cars, which includes like insurance and things like that. You have your business miscellaneous, meaning paper, print, ink, computers, updates, software, whatever it is, right? You have your home business or your home miscellaneous, things that are going to be coming up unexpected, leaking refrigerator, replace the TV, whatever it is, home miscellaneous. Then we have, also like eating out in movies and stuff. Then you have like the fun, okay? So that would be things like, things that are going to cost money that are going to be fun for you and your family to enjoy, right? Let's say that's at the $2,000 a month, which is pretty high, I think, depending on how big your family is. Then we have food at about $2,000 a month. That might be a little high. Like I said, make sure your numbers match where you want to be at, what you want to do. And then we have kids' school, private school or college or something like that, right? So you have $2,500 a month for that. You have vacation, $5,000 a month. How cool would it be to have $5,000 a month to go on vacation with your family wherever you want? Okay, this is something that you would want to add in so you know that when you start to acquire these clients, that this is already in the budget. You already know that when you sell one package or when you get one new client, that it's going to be putting money towards your family vacation. It's going to be putting money towards your miscellaneous, all these things. Then finally, for advertising, some of the biggest things that you got to really save for. People don't put that into the budget and they wonder why they cannot scale. It's because you're not adding that into your budget. So at the end of all this, we're looking at $33,000 a month. Okay, might sound like a lot if you've never made that much before, but let's break it down even further now. So now we have to add in a few other things. So now we got to know the back end, okay? So we have knowing who your client, knowing the amount of time you want to spend with each client, understanding your expenses, and understanding your taxes and investments and monthly revenue, okay? So we have $33,500, which is the number down here that we got from all of our expenses. We are going to multiply that by 20%, okay? Typically, that's going to be a little high, okay? It's going to be a little high. You might be able to get it down to like 10 or 15%. You might not even have anything if you're in your first couple years and you have a lot of write-offs and you're building it, naturally and things like that. So just use this as an example because if you have money left over at the end of the year, you're going to be a lot happier than if you owe money. So keep 20%. That's an extra $6,700 a month. So that brings our total revenue, if we want to keep this, okay, if we want to keep this as our end goal, right? If we want to make sure that we're walking away with this much money, right, to do all these cool things with, okay, then we're going to want to have $33,000. So we're going to add that. So that brings our monthly revenue now to $40,200. Add in $5,000 of investments, okay, for future buys, right? So if you're looking to purchase, say, multifamily homes in the future, if you're looking to invest further into your business, if you're looking to grow a new business, whatever it is, you want to invest. So not just savings, okay? Not just savings to save. It's saving to invest. So put away $5,000 a month, right, for investments. You'd be saving $60,000 a year after a couple of years. If you're not scaling, you're not, growing at all. Imagine $60,000 a year is pretty decent for savings, right? For future investments. At the end of the year, you now got $60,000 that you can go put into another business. You can go and help a startup. You can create your own, whatever it is, right? A little more freedom that way. Then that's going to bring the total to now $45,200 in monthly revenue. Now, we're going to divide that by the magic number that we have over here of the 15 clients. Okay? Because now we got to figure out how much does each client need to pay us so that we're only working 30 hours per week and we're making and taking home $33,500 but a revenue of $45,200. How do we do that? Well, you divide those numbers. You divide 15 into 45,200 and that gives us a number of right about 15. Okay? It's like 15 point something. So 15 or 16 clients is all we need to pay us $3,013.33 per month. So imagine you charging somebody $3,000 a month for services that you can help them, that you can provide to help them get, in essence, more than that in a return. So if you have clients that have purchase prices or products or service prices that are more than $3,000 a month, all you have to do is help them make one extra sale per month and your price is justified. You could literally tell them that my cost is negligible because for every $3,000 you invest into our business, we're getting you back $4,000 or $5,000. So at the end of the year, you've improved or you've gotten back, 2, 3, 4x into your investment, which is huge for any business owner to understand that they could see that path. They could see at the end of the year, what was my return on my investment? Okay, so when you understand how to devise your time that you want for each client, you understand your expenses, you get your taxes, your investments, you get your monthly revenue total and you divide that by the number of clients that you found over here, you're gonna know exactly what price point to set your service and your products at. Okay, and this could change at any time. You can increase it, you can decrease it. Like I said, if you're not looking to live a lavish lifestyle, maybe you want to be a little more, at the 15K a month and just be, whatever it is, then this number is going to change. You might only need 4 clients, or you might need 10 clients to only pay you $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? So whatever it is, after you figure it out, all you got to do is just put it into action, start marketing to those people, and again, follow up with the trainings inside of this academy so that you can see exactly how to acquire these high-end clients, okay? Because I promise I got your back. So go out there, start to formulate this right now, come back on the next training video, and I'll see you there. Take care.